Get lost, Monica! I don't want to see you back here until you're ready to wake up and start doing things properly! Right now, you're a disgrace to my kitchen and to the
It wasn't...
I'm sorry, did you hear me asking?
No, I'll do...
Why is she so aggressive? She won't even listen to what the poor girl has to say.
Wait!
Huh? Who do you think you are telling me? So, you're bringing backup now. Suit yourself! You're still...
Savannah, is this how you always treat your staff?
My staff is right. I'm the one in charge here now. And last time I checked, the Hotel de Boer doesn't take
Of course. How you run your kitchen is none of our business. But when a member of your
overworked? I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If Fermont can't handle the job...
But Fermont can do the job, he just...
Monica, back inside!
Huh? But...
Just do as you're told, and not another word...
Wow, what a horrible person!
Sorry. Looks like I've dragged you into some drama again. Her name is Savannah. She's the new head chef at Hotel de Boer. Ever since she took the job, she's been enforcing a brutal work regime and putting a... One guy was so overworked, he collapsed from illness. He's been bedridden.
I'm sorry. It's...
At his family's request, the Spina di Rosula is trying to mediate on his behalf. Savannah is adamant that Vermont's exhaustion and illness have nothing to do with her. Our next thought was to talk to the other chefs at the restaurant and get a better idea of their working conditions. But with And that's why I'm here, doing it the old-fashioned way. Camping out, watching...
Oh, shoot! It all makes sense now.
Oh, no, not at all, Paimon. Honestly, the way she was laying into And besides, I don't really think I'm built for espionage. Yeah, meaning it's gonna be all the more difficult to get the inside scoop.
Paimon will join you, 'cause this is...
Guys, it's fine. You don't need to worry about it. That said, if you were a really famous chef just joined the Spina di Rosula's tavern...
Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to... This is a small token from us. It's some candy.
Monica's the one apologizing?
Our head chef has been a little highly strung lately. Sorry for everything.
All right.
Thank you for understanding. We'll make...
A little highly strung, huh?
Paimon doesn't get it. How did someone like her...
Well, according to Fermat's family, she hasn't always been like this.
Oh, Paimon totally gets it. Come on, dig in! Huh? Hold on, there's something written on the wrapper. Find... Escoffier.
Escoffier? Could this mean...
Huh? You know that name, Nadia?
Yeah. Let's stick to the plan and go back to the Fleuve Cendre for now. That's where we'll find Escoffier anyway. Well, for starters, she used to be She recreated the legendary Gâteau de Bourg. Safe to say, she's the most renowned head chef in the Hotel de Bourg's
Gâteau de Bourg? That's the super exclusive cake that they only sell a few slices a day, right?
Well, apparently, the Hotel de Bourg was reported for a safety incident. But none of the chefs had any idea how it could have gotten into the food. In the end,
The Fortress of Mirapede?
well, you're right. The quantity of the substance they found with Escoffier didn't have to stay in the fortress for long, but still, by the time she returned,
So that's what happened.
even though Escoffier is no longer head chef at the hotel, she's still well respected. So, I'm guessing what Monica wants is for us to convince Escoffier to try.
Oh, Paimon gets it! Monica, it's simple. If the new head chef is stressing everyone out, then the solution—
What?
You thought cream of mushroom soup was ready to serve after 3 and a... You'd have had more sense serving hot water with ice cubes. At least then you wouldn't have wasted all this perfectly good cream and mushroom. What do you say, Hilaire?
I'm sorry, Cream. I'm sorry, Mushroom.
As you can see, Escoffier is that kind of chef as well.
You have to leave it on the heat for long enough to allow those flavors the chance to come out. Don't be fooled by the aroma when the water first starts to boil. Got it?
Yes, Chef.
Then go back and do it again. The customers are still waiting.
Yes, Chef.
Waiting to be served? Sorry, we're pretty busy. I'm afraid you're
Oh, no, we're not here to eat—
so you're not paying customers. Then I'm afraid the wait will be even longer.
It's hard to talk to Escoffier when she's in the zone. Let's take a seat. We can catch up while we wait.
Looks like the rush hour is finally over. Is it always this—
These days, yes. I'd say business has tripled since Escoffier joined as temporary head chef. Well, in her words, the Hotel de Bourg doesn't need her.
I guess I'll be heading off then.
Wait, take these home with you. We can't serve them now, and there's no sense in letting them go to waste.
Oh, thank you, Chef.
For what? Like I said, I just don't want them going to waste. Oh, and tell Fiamma to get well soon, so you're not running yourself ragged every single shift.
Fiamma. That's the second time we've heard that name. Who is that again?
He's the chef that fell ill from stress. Hilaire is his son, and with Mom stuck at home taking care of Dad, he decided to pick up some work to help pay the bills. Escoffier knows their situation, so she's been making some extra food every day for him to take home.
Hey, I heard that, Navia! I've told you before, no one's making extra food. Hilaire is making blunders in the kitchen, and I can't serve his failed dishes, so he might as well take them home.
Yeah, failed dishes that just so happen to be nutritionally complete every single time.
So, you two must be the world-famous traveler and her companion, Paimon, yes? Is there something I can help you with?
Oh, so you know us already. We'll skip the introduction then. We're here to talk—
Oh, I certainly am. The Spina's headquarters are right next to the tavern. And I've lost count of the number of times Navi has come to pester me about it. But I don't work for the Hotel de Bourg anymore. And being ex-head chef doesn't give me the right to interfere with that business. Besides, I'm the one who persuaded Savannah to take...
What?
Well, she was a much gentler person back then. A little timid, even. She wasn't at all confident.
That's hard to believe.
Honestly, I do wonder if she's just emulating me. I mean, I'm not the most pleasant head chef to be around either. Anyway, suffice to say that given the history between us, it'll be tricky for me to tell her she's doing... Fiamar and the others probably think that Savannah gets it all from me.
I wouldn't be so sure about that, Escoffier.
She mentioned me.
Whatever shortcomings you feel you have, it looks like Monica still trusts you.
Monica.
Plus, it's not like we're asking you to storm in there and raise hell. We're only in...
Oh, Monica. I can't believe her! Powdered sugar is supposed to be applied sparingly. Look at all that on the wrapper. It's thicker than the sole of my shoe. Unbelievable! I won't stand for this. Shh.
Wait, so now she's,
Let's go catch up to her. We don't want to keep her waiting.
Wait, she looks like... Is that a Escoffier?
Escoff, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I messed up your order.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. Maybe the tick...
But, please, you have...
What the heck?
Get up, Monica! Can't you see that you're just making your...
Escoff,
If you want forgiveness, then do what any self-respecting chef would do. Make the dish again. And this time, get it...
Savannah said that I'm not allowed back in the kitchen until I've corrected my mistake.
that's some backwards logic. How can you fix your mistake without being allowed to cook? If this is what Fermat had to put up with.
We apologize for interrupting your meals.
It's fine. With my layman's palate, it's not like I can tell the difference anyway. I was actually...
Oh, well, it's because chefs...
Gosh, that's pretty strict. Has she always been that way? I don't recall things...
I mean, Escoffier was strict too, but we all knew that it came from a good place. Chef Escoff... But these days, whenever we make a mistake, we just get told to... And it's only gotten worse since word got out that Chef Escoff...
Monica, you don't need to call me chef. I'm not the...
Yeah, but through no fault of your own. That banquet was a huge event, and so many staff were involved
Lumaline? What's that?
A new drug from the Fontaine Research Institute, produced from an extract of the Lumitoile. Apparently it sharpens the senses, so they used it to treat people with impaired...
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that. They found out you can use it as a flavor enhancer since it stimulates the taste buds. Makes things pretty addictive.
They also found that overuse can have mood-altering effects, and even lead to nerve damage. Unfortunately, however, some food products containing the additive had already made it...
Everyone knows that in all likelihood, someone probably just purchased a batch of... But you took all the blame. We all know why. You just didn't want to see... And now look at you. a fry chef in the Fleuve Cendre.
What are you trying to say? Sure, the Spina's Tavern is no Hotel de Bois.
Oh, the Fleuve Cendre, you say?
Monica, I'm very happy with my current job. And besides, at the end of the day, I was the head chef, regardless of whose mistake.
If only Savannah was half the boss.
I'm sorry? Do you have a problem with my conduct as head chef? So, you do remember who's Escoffier?
What happened to you, Savannah? Why are you acting like that?
You made me the head chef and gave up your right to tell me how to. You're not the boss here anymore. So.
Whoa. Sounds like someone has a chip on her.
Oh, Savannah! My God, have you grown a temper since I last saw you? Have you put even half the amount of energy into improving your cooking skills, or are you still using the Pluie Lotus as an off-brand marcotte?
That's none of your.
What happened to not?
Ho ho! I was not expecting to see something this.
Huh? Fan-Asian?
Aye, miladies. Might I make a humble suggestion? Given that we have ourselves.
The traditional way? That can only mean one.
That's right! I'm talking, of course, about the tradition established by Modeste himself.
According to legend, the founders of Hotel de Bois, Modeste and Savelli, used this method to resolve all of their. The cooking contest would decide who had the final say.
Huh. Sounds like they had a lot of free time.
Ah, well, it might sound that way to us. But in fact, the cooking contest played an enormous role in motivating and indeed, the reintroduction of this institution in recent years has surely been instrumental in transforming the Hotel de Bois.
Reintroduction? Someone brought it back? Who?
What say you, Escoffier? Surely you of all people won't back down from this challenge.
Sure, I reinstated it, but I'm not a chef at Hotel de Bois anymore.
I see no issue as long as both sides agree to the terms.
Exhibition. If we're going to battle it out, let's put it all on the line. If I lose, it's up to you what happens to me.
I don't want anything to happen to you.
But if you lose, you hand over.
What? The Codex de Bois?
Only the legendary handbook written by the original head chef Modeste. It contains all. It's the greatest treasure in Fontaine's culinary world. And
Present and former. Wait, but that.
What do you want that old thing for? You have your own copy.
Don't take me for a fool. I want your copy. The original version.
I'm sorry, I must be missing something. You know, there's no difference between the original.
Stop trying to change the topic. What's wrong, Escoffier? Scared you're gonna lose to me? Or are you scared of me?
Savannah, you may remember that we gave her the original as a parting gift. To thank it.
Oh, I'm sure it won't be an issue. As long as both. And as for the contest itself, let's make it a bake-off. Gâteau de Bois, per the recipe in the Codex. Well, Escoffier, you against.
You sound surprisingly confident. All right then, let's see how much you've actually grown. I hope you surprise me, Savannah. I'd hate to find out that all you've learned after this.
Believe me, I'll
Escoffier, are you sure this is a good idea? You accepted her terms a little hastily.
Oh, it'll be fine. Let's head back to the Fleuve Cendre so I can get prepping.
So, this whole bake-off thing kind of came out of nowhere.
Well, I got a sense that she's holding something back. But we chefs always express ourselves in our cooking.
Huh? Holding back? Sure didn't.
Escoffier only picked up on it because she's the same way. Always.
That's patently false, at least where your macarons are concerned. I've been nothing but truthful with you about
Okay. That's one case where you can keep your thoughts to yourself.
Oh, that? Well, it's not so much a recipe book as a Back in the day, he and his good friend Savelli explored far and wide, partly adventuring, partly looking for new ingredients and developing new recipes. For instance, legend has it that the original Gâteau de Bourg was made using a special secret. So rare was the ingredient that they could never make more than 16 slices of the cake per day. But everyone who tried it claimed that it was one of the most blissful and Modeste and Savelli went on to found the original Hôtel de Bourg, especially Modeste. He was hailed as a once-in-a-generation genius. And over time, the recipes from his adventure log became known as the
Paimon's heard this kind of story before. Armed with the Codex, the Hôtel de Bourg took its rightful place as the finest restaurant in the land, serving those recipes first.
What? No, of course not! Cooking is a constantly evolving art form. How could Anyway, never mind centuries. Savelli and Modeste parted ways not even 10 years after their rise to fame. And that was it. The end of the Hôtel de Bourg's heyday. It fell into decline, and even then it still took numerous relocations and changes of management before we finally ended up with
Oh! So the Codex really isn't all that, then. Paimon figured it was like one of those
Yes, well, that's fiction, and this is reality. You can't meet the tastes of modern diners.
Case in point. Even the Gâteau de Bourg they sell now is actually...
Wait, really? Why though?
It did, but like I said, it's the dusty old book now, and the records aren't as legible as they once were. So, reimagination is right. I consulted some historical records and took what I could from the Codex. As for why we gave it the same name and kept the tradition of only selling 16 slices a day...
Oh! Huh. Well, that kind
Hey now, it might not be the original Gâteau de Bourg, but it's still the most delicious cake in Fontaine today. And who knows? Just think, if the original truly was the perfect cake you're imagining it to be, there's no way the recipe would have...
Anyway, before I left my role as head chef, I made a copy of all the recipes from the Codex, including my own improved...
So why is she... Could it be a symbolic thing? Like, whoever holds...
Well, it was clearly precious enough to give to Escoffier as a parting gift. Maybe from her point of view, it's like management doesn't...
You think so? The only thing is, it was her suggestion to gift me...
What? Huh. Guess she's had...
Who knows? We could speculate forever. Better to just let our gâteau do the talk. It means besting her in this bake-off, and then getting her to explain herself, even if I have to beat it out of her. However much she's changed since we worked together, I believe that she still has her chef's pride. And if she
Well, I'm confident that you and your spatula can get justice for Froment. All you need to do now is win the contest.
Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Gâteau de Bourg is very complicated to make. Now, if I had to push it, I could probably do the work of 3 chefs myself. But...
Well, that's easy! The 3 of us are veterans in the kitchen. You just need to pick 2 of us.
Well, I have heard the Traveler is an accomplished cook, as well as a warrior. But be warned.
Oh, count me in too! I've spent weeks perfecting my macarons, even if it means competing against the Traveler.
Confident. I like it. Alright, let's start with...
I've always called it chopping stuff up, not mise en place. But it's basically the same thing, right?
Oh, Navia. The difference in your case is that mise en place is chopping... Looks like you found that easier than I expected.
Yeah, thankfully it was pretty straightforward in the end. You made it sound like we'd be carving statues out of fruits or something.
Well, brace yourself, because the next step is anything but straightforward. A kind of special food processor I got the Fontaine Research Institute to make for me. But this isn't exactly standard kitchen equipment, so that...
Custom-made equipment from the Fontaine Research Institute, huh? That's some pretty high-tech food prep. Carmen's never used anything this weird before. Cool! No, weird.
An inspired melange! And done! These are the flavor compounds extracted from our ingredients. I've processed...
Wow! Even the smell is so much more concentrated. What next? Do we add up?
Absolutely not! Throwing everything in at once will ruin the balance of flavors. We have to go... I'll demonstrate again. Now. Slowly and carefully. Not a drop too much, and not a drop too little. And voila! Now it's your turn. Not terrible, considering this was But the traveler's work was surprisingly good. Are you sure you've never done this before? You got on... Oh, well, they do say adventurers are multi-talented folks. Alright, now for the part I've been looking forward to. I want each of you to cook something from the Hotel de Boer's current menu. That's right. The true test of your cooking skills is the finished product. It'll be good practice for the contest itself. How's it going? Have you picked a dish yet? How's it going? How's it going? I know this doesn't represent what you're capable of. Try again, and this time, How's it going? Have you picked it? Look at that! With the grace of a snow-winged goose as I...
Pretty good, right? Not to brag or anything, but...
6 points.
What? Oh, well, fair enough. I'm on just...
That's 6 out of 100.
What?
You say you're a connoisseur, but it's quite clear from this dish that you have far more experience. By that logic, I suppose you think listening to Lady Farina on repeat every day.
Aww.
Me next! I'll have you know that this batch of macarons has 2 whole
So you went from 12 tablespoons to 10? Well, it's nice to know you actually measured it out. Because it tastes like you...
Aww.
Now to the final dish.
So,
This is our last hope.
8 points.
darn. That's barely hot.
Not exactly. The color is spot on. Beautiful aroma. Excellent presentation. I have to give this one 8 points.
Huh? How did you pull that off?
Don't get me wrong. There's room for improvement. But still, this is clearly the work of an accomplished chef. I can tell that I can really taste the grace of the snow-winged goose in this dish. The traveler's journey, with all its trials, tribulations, and setbacks. Not to mention...
Hey, you made that last part up! Nope.
Well, it looks like I lost fair and square.
But if it takes 3 chefs, that still leaves 1 slot remaining.
Chef Escoffier!
Oh, it's Hilaire! What brings you here?
I heard the news about the cooking contest.
And you think you're up to the task?
Oh, no, I know I'm not there yet. It's actually my dad who wanted to help.
Firma, last I heard, you could barely get out of bed.
Chef Escoffier, Navia, Traveler, thank you all. I've had enough of sitting around at home while you run yourselves ragged. If you let me, I'd like to help you win.
Yeah, I was gonna say this.
Don't you worry. I'll be fine. I'm feeling much better now. I'm sorry. I know. The fact is, I'm a fine chef, despite recent events.
Firma, have you even set foot in a kitchen?
I have not, but I'm fully That's strange. Why are my hands shaking?
What do you call this, Vermal?
I can't.
Do it again! 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 Hopeless. Get out of my kitchen.
Dad, what's wrong?
I don't understand. I was feeling so much better, and then I will.
Dad, talk to me.
I think the real issue here is not physical exhaustion, but psychological trauma.
Monica, when did you get here?
Probably because you were all. But anyway, Vermal, I'm so sorry.
You have nothing to apologize for, Monica. During those long nights of redoing every.
Well, come on. All I did was make you some tea. I doubt it was much help. Savannah was so ruthless toward you.
She sounds like the worst. All right,
She's been getting harsher and harsher on us ever since she heard about Escaffier's new role in the Fleuve Cendre. Seems like no matter what.
What is this? It looks like a dog's been at it.
Then she orders us to redo the dish again and again, but we never know what's going to make her happy.
Do it again, do it again, do it again!
Every time you remake it, you just get another.
Either straighten yourself out, or...
So now, it seems like just picking up a kitchen.
Oh man, that must be all.
The more I want to get it perfect, the more my hands shake, and the more scared I am of making another mistake.
How can you give up so easily, Firma? You weren't equipped. And even under Savannah, you talk about working late into the night trying to perfect your dishes. That says to me that you still.
I don't know what's come over me. When I think back, I just remember feeling like my heart and my hands were growing heavier and heavier as. Maybe Savannah was right.
Dad.
I see. Well, it sounds like there are some deep. I will win this contest, and after that, I encourage you to approach Savannah.
But what if you can't find another assistant in time?
You think being one person short will ruin my chances? Let's not forget, even if I had to go it alone, I would present the perfect.
Oh, well, Paimon and Navia will still.
And so will I.
Yeah! And if worse comes to worse, we can always get the Spina di Rosula to put out an emergency.
Actually, I thought maybe I could help.
What? Why didn't you say so?
I was going to, but then.
You do this for us?
Alright, fine by me. But aren't you still working for Savannah? Joining the other.
I know, but it's alright. I've made up my mind. With the way things are, I can't keep working for Savannah. I'm done with sucking it up. It's time to try and turn things around. If this cooking contest can get Savannah to see the error of her ways, then
Well, Paimon didn't think we'd be poaching from Savannah's staff to get our third person, but there you go.
Great! Then it's settled. And to congratulate you all on making the team,
Spina sponsored? Wait, you mean.
well, I promised the traveler a feast and a.
Yeah! Feast, feast, feast!
Alright, if you insist, then prepare for some of the finest food of your. That's not a bad idea, actually. Wait.
That was a dream come true. Paimon never knew Fontanian cuisine could be this good.
Why, Savannah? Nothing. I was just flicking. I wanted to see if there was anything I'm missing. Something I hadn't. But I can't find anything. It's just some hastily scribbled recipes in between. The copy I gave her not only has all the recipes in full, but even includes my own private tips and notes from years of experience. Surely that's it. Yeah, maybe. Still, it's just hard for me to imagine that the Savannah we were. At least she was a little shy, but meticulous with everything and everyone she dealt with. She made a few mistakes here and there, but she was quick. Those qualities are why I recommended her to replace me as head chef. I never imagined for 1 second that she'd cause Fiamma and the other staff so much grief. Well, I mean to an extent, of course. And the idea that she turned out like this because of me... I wonder if this is how Modeste felt back when he was writing the Codex. Yes, with his good friend and co-founder of the Hotel de Bourse. The story goes that after Modeste unveiled his Gâteau de Bourg and was hailed as a culinary genius, he was admired and adored by all. But, unlike Modeste, whose every new creation was an instant hit, Savelli seemed to face setbacks, and with Modeste being whisked off to all manner of functions by his celebrity friends, he had less and less time. People started gossiping about Savelli, and their relationship between the two gradually soured. Everything came to an abrupt end when Modeste, still in the prime of his life and still hailed, and that was it. They neither had a decisive split, nor one rumor had it that Savelli actually killed Modeste out of jealousy, even as the latter was hoping to make amends. Unlikely. It's a popular theory, but there's no real basis for it. At least there are no... Still, beyond a point, there's no way of knowing what truly happened in the past. All we can do, and that's why I have to win this contest tomorrow, then get the truth about everything that's been going on, even if it means cracking her open like a nut. Really? Well, I like the confidence. Don't let me down tomorrow, then.
It's Cooking Contest Day! To the Hotel de Bourg! Tout sweet!
Did you hear the news? Escoffier's coming back for a cooking contest!
Mesdames et messieurs, welcome one and all to the...
Savannah, I brought the original copy of the Codex.
Monica?
In the interests of fairness, this contest will be conducted in a double-blind format. The labels will be placed out of sight underneath the plates, only to be revealed after the judges have sampled them and reached a final...
As one of the judges, I promise to be fair and...
When my meal got interrupted yesterday, I never thought this is how they'd make it up to me. Getting a seat on the judging panel is a
Both contestants have taken their positions. Then, without further ado, let the Hotel de Bourg cooking contest commence!
Even the best chef in the world can't flavor their food without prepping the flavoring, right?
Alphonse, guess.
Even the best chef in the world can't flavor their food without prepping the flavoring, right? Even the best chef in the world can't flavor their food without prepping the flavoring, right?
Looks like our two head chefs are raring to go. Like an oven on full blast, this competition is quickly heating up.
A little amuse-bouche!
That should be enough flavoring. Now hurry up and balance the flavors.
To the freezer!
Stay calm, Escoffier. There has to be a way to balance the flavors. Just think.
Come on, Escoffier! Come on, traveler!
The balance of flavors is about right, but the quantity is too low.
Alphonse! What are you playing at? That's not how I taught you to do it! Stop horsing around and do it again!
Yes, Chef!
Oh, tension in the ranks on Team Savannah. Will this slow their progress?
For goodness sake, Savannah, what are you doing? Oh, forget it. I've gotta...
So, what do you think?
Escoffier is already on the final step of the recipe. Let's check on Savannah's progress.
You can't match Escoffier's talent.
I present to you Gâteau de Bourg. That went just as I expected.
Time's up! Contestants, please take your dishes to...
That guy was right.
We both made the same dish after all. For all her flaws, Savannah's a talented chef who earned my recommendation.
Whoa! This is really rather good.
Wonderfully soft and fluffy. Beautifully sweet.
I would give this one at least 9.9 out of 10! Only because there's something about the flavor of the...
Huh? Really?
Alright, on to gâteau number 2. I haven't had a...
I have a feeling that this gâteau will be...
How exciting! I'm gonna...
Not just the sugar, it's the flavors too. This...
It appears the decision is unanimous.
And Paimon thought this might actually be close. Turns out she can't...
Something's not right here.
I can now declare that the creator of the first gâteau has won the...
What? It's... Savannah?
No! That's impossible!
Hey, Savannah! You cheated, didn't you? What did you do? Oh, you swapped the plates, didn't you?
Well, someone's a sore loser. These cakes went from the oven to the judge's table without me ever laying a... It was Van Gem's staff who labeled them in the kitchen. If you're looking to accuse someone, isn't it more likely that Escoffier's lost her...
You take... Judges, we demand a rematch.
That's enough! What's done? As head chef, or rather as team lead, I take responsibility for the dish I served. Savannah, I didn't think you'd stoop this low just to beat me.
I don't...
If you want the Codex de Boer that much...
Escoffier, no!
But you must promise me that you'll apologize to Firma and compensate...
It's a little late to be negotiating terms. The contest...
Look, Savannah, you may have fooled everyone else, but can you really fool yourself? But only on the condition that you promise to stop...
Fine. I'll treat this as your final handover of duty. So, will that be all, ex-head chef? Or is there...
I didn't mean that to be a scolding from your former boss. Just a word of advice from a fellow chef and a friend. But I don't know if you're even open to...
I know what I'm doing. I
I don't need— Alright, fine. I'm glad.
Escoffier?
The Codex de Boer! Finally.
Escoffier? How could you let her get away with this?
Yeah! The Codex is a souvenir.
It's alright. It was just a bake-off. Besides, it's not all bad. She agreed to compensate Firma. Honestly, if I'd have known that giving her the Codex would solve everything, I'd have just done that in the first place. I mean—
No. No!
Huh?
That's it? No secrets, no nothing? I don't believe it! This can't be happening.
Oh, Chef Savannah!
Savannah?
It's nothing life-threatening. Just a lot of pent-up...
I knew it.
Pent-up stress?
The truth is, however hard she might be on the rest of us, the person she put—
Yes, there are nights when she makes us redo things over and over into the wee hours. She'll hide herself away in the kitchen, working on new techniques and—
But why?
Our best guess is she doesn't want to be seen as less of a chef than a—
And there it is.
Even so, that's no excuse for
Yeah, and it's definitely no excuse for cheating in the cooking.
About that, we honestly have no idea how she did it.
Leone and Algalia were the ones I tasked with labeling the...
Not to worry. Come on, join me down.
Well, how is it? Have you figured out—
Oh, this is aggravated assault on my palate. I'd rather eat wet cement than—
is it really that bad?
Oh, relax. This isn't your cake. Savannah The offending flavors are coming from in between the icing and the cake base. Or in other words, we have a traitor in our midst.
I'm sorry. I was forced into it. It was Chef Savannah. She said if I didn't cooperate, she would...
Calm down, Monica. I've already accepted defeat. And if I wanted retribution, I would have brought this up when there was whatever's going on with you. Just spill—
I was the one.
Food safety. Wait.
I think so. Savannah and I were on procurement that day. But I swear I didn't do it on purpose. I had no idea there was an issue with them, but the last thing I expected was for Savannah to use it as—
This is crazy! So Savannah pressured you into
I know, it's terrible. I'm so sorry. I was so scared. I thought Escoffier would hate my guts if she ever found out, and yet somehow that's ended up in me doing something even worse.
Seriously? All this fuss over little—
Huh?
Firstly, it's not like I got a life sentence. I did my stint at the fortress, and now I'm out. So you don't need to feel ashamed or frightened or anything like—
You mean—
Oh, well, I'm not saying you don't have to take responsibility. You should tell Vanagem to mark down your performance for the past few months. Then do some digging and find out exactly where those contaminated ingredients came from. Good. Now, back to Savannah. What about the original codex would compel her to resort to blackmail?
I have my suspicions.
Ugh. What happened to me?
I've overheard some customers murmuring about how the Hotel de Boer hasn't been the same since Escoffier left. They think—
Now that you mention it, I noticed it during the contest too, but the difference was so small, I'm sure no one would notice it.
Still, as head chef, it's easy to see why Savannah would— So many times I've seen her make the cake base over and over again, late into the night.
Yeah, I've noticed that too.
Thinking back on it now, It's clear.
She wants to prove that she can fill Escoffier's shoes. But after countless setbacks, she's getting more and more unhinged. And at some point along the way, she switched from doubting.
Doubting Escoffier? For what?
Yeah, it would explain why she was bent on getting the original at any cost. She must have thought Escoffier, also she could retain her place as the #1 chef in Fontaine. The only—
Oh, for goodness sake.
Of course. Then she finally got the codex only to seeing how utterly wrong she was must have been a real shock to the system.
There's still one thing that doesn't make sense, though. If Savannah had she might not be on the same level as Escoffier, but surely after like 5th—
You'd think so, but geniuses like—
New head chef, you say? What's her name? I don't think I've heard of her before.
I wonder, can the Hotel de Boer keep its edge without Escoffier at the helm?
This tastes different from last time. Is it undercooked or something?
Take this. It's a copy of the Codex de Boer. From now on, you will be its keeper. Don't listen to the doubters. If I say you can do it, then you can do it. Even if you don't believe in yourself at all. Hey, did you hear me? Once I'm gone, the restaurant is all yours.
All this time, I've been blaming other—
I sincerely apologize for putting everyone out. Savannah's awake now, but I don't think she's ready to Let's give her the day to calm down. I'm sure you—
In that case, I'll go and update Vermont and his family.
So,
That was a long day.
oh, nice! Macarons or...
Traveler, how much do you know about the snow-winged goose? Every year they migrate long distances in search of a suitable home. There's always one goose at the Fontaine poets often use the image of that goose to explore the ideas about leadership, but what those poets don't know is that during a migration, once the lead goose shows signs of fatigue, it retreats to the back of the flock and allows another goose. So the truth is that leadership, with all the responsibilities and pressures that come with it, it's something— I guess what I'm saying is, I don't buy into this notion. Cooking is a science, not magic. Given the same ingredients, same recipe, and same environment, of course some people have a more sensitive palate than others, and some people are just born bolder or more conscientious. I'd have no reason to expect so much from others if I believed that perfection— Okay, I've made up my mind. I'm gonna get to the bottom of— and come tomorrow, I'll give her the scolding of her life, pointing out all the mistakes she's—
Why are we here so early? Our meeting with Vanigem isn't for a while. Check on her? Why? Oh no. Escoffier, are you alright?
I'm fine. Just need to get some more Huh? What happened to my coffee? Did I really drink it all? Alright. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Well, there's cooking facilities here. Or we could just grab a cup of coffee from Cafe Lutece, but either way, hurry!
I'm so annoyed.
Coffee. Strong, bitter coffee beans transformed through I feel much better now. Thank you so much, Traveler and Paimon.
Glad to hear it, but make sure to catch up in your sleep when you get the chance.
I think I figured out where the problem lies.
Wait, what investigation?
I'll save it for when everyone else gets here. It's so stupidly small, I can't believe... Yes, except my fail...
Escoffier! Have you seen Savannah?
Huh? No, not since yet.
After seeing her home yesterday, we were all a little concerned about how she would only to find an empty house with the... I left Alphonse and the others to keep watch at her home, while I checked the Hotel de Bo. If she's not here, then...
Boss, Escoffier!
Alphonse? You're supposed to be keeping watch.
We were, but then, just after you left...
Oh, looks like...
Wait a second. This feels familiar. Of course, from the Codex. They're all places that Modeste... Yeah, but... I don't understand. The adventure logs in the...
The Codex de Bord? Then, this place marked in red out at sea.
Seriously? So now she set her sights on finding the original recipe and beating Escoffier.
Ugh, idiot. Does she have a death wish?
Hold on. There's more.
It was you. It sounds like a threat letter. Does this mean that Savannah was responsible?
Retrieve the Codex by end. So the cooking contest and the cheating.
She's keeping the true...
Ugh, this is all such a mess. First, we thought that Savannah forced Monica to cheat in the cooking contest. But now, it turns out that someone else...
You're finally here. Of course. I should have put 2 and 2 together as soon as I read your threat letter. The food safety, even the suggestion that Escoffier was keeping secrets from me. It was all part of your grand plan.
We should be getting close to the spot marked on the map.
Of all the stupid things she's done, this really takes the cake. The moment we find her, I'm gonna curse the living daylights out of her.
mind is completely blank. I need to get out and unwind.
This looks like an underwater restaurant, doesn't it?
I think Modeste's codex mentioned this place. A public bath from the time of Remoria.
Huh? Some blubber beasts have come to join the party? Aw, they ran off!
That could be easier said than done. Something's blocking the end.
Well, did Modeste...
Good point.
We prepared a banquet for our shy little guests, and as the food flowed away on the current...
we have to feed the blubber beasts? See, this is why you should always bring snacks. You never know when you're...
There is no time for that. Romaritime flowers and Lumitoile will have to do. They may not look...
wait.
A dash of frosting!
Or not. Are we sure that...
Trust me, they'll love it.
Oh, good question. If we try to put them in the pool, we'll probably...
Yes, we can't afford to wait for them to double back. What...
Hey, be careful! Scare them off too much and they might not come back again. Wow, it's really singing! It must taste better than Paimon thought!
The tracks turned back again. so annoying. Hey, it's open!
Hey, give me your water.
Here.
I said your water, the one you just drank out of?
Sure.
All those years slaving away under Escoffier, and then you. Not only have I found the ruin that Savelli kept hidden, but I... Hey, go scout ahead for me. If we need to do any more blast... Did you not hear me?
Why don't you do it yourself?
Oh, when did you learn to fight back? You're always so compliant when I give you instructions by letter.
That's because you threatened to expose me for the Lumiline incident. I swear.
Don't be so self-righteous. Admit it, you've always been... You were terrified of her finding out about your part in the Lumiline incident, and you resented the way her reputation had... So you jumped at the chance to convince yourself that she was the villain, that she deliberately hid her First, idolization, then jealousy, suspicion, and self-deception. That's what this comes down to. It was the same story with Savelli. He offered Modeste his friendship, only to murder him out of vanity. He promised to explore the world with him, only to later destroy all records of their adventures. It's a miracle I even found this place. So you see, you're no better.
I am no Savelli, nor will I...
Oh, put a lid on it. You really think you can absolve yourself of your vindictive and jealous behavior now? You didn't show any remorse when she left, or in the cooking contest. Why start now? You have no right.
You're right. I don't deserve her forgiveness. But I am done being bullied.
Ooh, feisty. But you should watch your tone.
I somehow doubt that.
What?
Ever since I learned the truth, I've been biding my time, waiting for this moment. You've played me like a fiddle for so long, and...
But you drank it too.
It's what we both deserve. This is the price we must pay for betraying Escoffier. You'll die here with me, Monica.
You... Oh, you're too much. I thought I saw your dumb plan a mile off. There's no poison in...
No.
Revenge is a dish best served cold, you know? Did you really... You're a lousy chef.
Everything I ever did was a failure. And now...
Hey, Hey, why don't you try your hand at being a comedian in your next life? You got a good laugh. You should have just done like I asked, Savannah. All I wanted you to do was scout the ruins for me.
Stop right there!
Let her go, Monica! We've got you some—
Escoffier?
Ugh, looks like I'll have to keep you around for—
You can't! Stay back if you want her alive!
Escoffier and the Traveler. I can't take you both on in combat.
Monica, what are you hoping to achieve by this?
A recipe! You chefs are all— Modeste had a secret. The truth behind his so-called genius,
Are you serious? You're—
I couldn't care less about the cake itself. No, the real— He and Savelli were fools. A priceless treasure of Remoria in the palms of their hands. We're talking about a powerful stimulant that also sharpens the senses. That's no cooking ingredient. That's right, I've done my research. It was a drug that Remoria developed for their war machine. I could make a killing, but—
Will you listen to yourself? You're—
My eyes are wide open. Just wait till I get my hands on this treasure.
Wait, what?
Just when I thought she couldn't get any crazier. She's lucky the whole place didn't collapse.
Uh-oh! Savannah's going to—
Monica must have taken her. Oh, what a coward. She's only taken her hostage because she knows that she's no match for you.
That's true. Even if she finds the treasure, she'll need Savannah alive if she wants to get out of here.
Oh, well, our path's been blocked, so let's look for another route. The water looks pretty deep here. Maybe it leads somewhere. They were probably awakened by the explosion just now. Alright, Nice Skills 101. Time for some rough chopping.
While the light shines bright. Light compels you. You got this.
Defensive mode engaged.
Wayne.
Another door? Guess we need to prepare another feast for our guests. moose boosh! It seems to really like the texture of Rome maritime flowers.
Insulation chamber deployed. Surge.
Go get him, Aiden!
I never knew you could process Lumitwol like that. Alright, I've got to jot this down. Lumitwols and maritime flowers. This could open the door to a whole new world.
Yep, that's literally the plan. Wait, hold on. Which door are you talking about?
Strange. These don't look Romorian to me. More like last century Fontaine.
Adventurers from last century Fontaine, huh? Oh, Modeste!
By the looks of it, this was a one-person camp. They adventured together, but Maybe one of them came back alone at a later date. Huh, you really think so?
Trust our adventurer's instincts. We're pros at this stuff, just like you're a pro in the kitchen. Okay, well, the Traveler has more adventuring experience overall, but Paimon's definitely a... Darn it! Paimon was just about to show off her rummaging skills!
Huh, no kidding. Are all adventurers so obsessed with journaling? I mean, I guess I take a lot of notes when I'm cooking as well.
Anyway, let's find out who was here.
It's been years since I've last visited these ruins. It's exactly the way I remember it. This place probably hasn't changed in millennia. Sadly. The Treasure of Remoria. That's what we used to call it. Modeste was right about its potential. Our limited stock of the substance meant that the gâteau could only be produced on a small scale. But this only drove up the popularity all the more. Modeste was right about that too. He was praised as a genius, while I, as the one person who'd ever disagreed with him, Modeste tried his best to console me. But I knew better than anyone just how our conversations grew scarce, and we saw less and less of each other. I didn't fight it. He had new friends and a career of his. I told myself that maybe one day, when I finally created a masterpiece of my own, I'd be able to face, or maybe one day, when I've put these feelings of self-loathing behind me, I'd be able to ask him with a smile on my face. Unfortunately, that day...
So it was Savelli. From the sounds of it...
I always thought it was just a legend. But if it's true, then this must be the place where they...
In that case, what does that say about the death of Modeste?
The taste of Gâteau de Bourg has changed. Modeste was convinced of this. Even though everyone's... Being the perfectionist that he was, he refused to accept even the slightest flaw in his work. He stopped all sales, but as he baked and taste tested over and over, it was only when he was sipping on coffee one day and realized he could not taste the bitterness. The Treasure of Remoria stimulates the senses, taste included, and invigorates the spirit. In the short term, it offers people the ultimate. In hindsight, it made perfect sense. After all, why would a culture that sought liberation from the constraints of their bodies care? Over the course of his many culinary experiments, Modeste exhausted the remaining supply of the finest culinary talent of his generation, now faced a future in which he would never be able to taste anything ever again. And because we had become estranged, I could not be there to stop him, to offer some words of comfort, or even to say goodbye. Yet despite everything, he sent me his...
The Treasure of Remoria? Guess Monica was really on...
So, Modeste chose to end his own life. Also, neither the Codex nor any other contemporary records make any...
Modeste told me everything in his final letter. His was a tale of how even a genius could fail. Did he hope I would gain some personal catharsis from knowing the truth? Or maybe he wished for me to warn... But if the public ever learned how Modeste's greatest triumph became his undoing, his fall from grace would be swift, and what would be his legacy then? How would future generations view everything we built together? I fear the scorn I have faced these last years would pale in comparison to the scorn shown to him by the history books. I cannot let that. I will do what I must to protect his name. It will mean tampering with his notes. It may lead his family to suspect me of having a hand in his demise. I would rather the world believe a tale of genius and jealousy. The final loose end is the evidence here, at the bottom of the sea.
Huh? What's wrong?
So we thought, but if Monica finds out what happened...
The Treasure of Remoria. I have found you at last. Savelli, you tried your best to bury the truth, but you underestimated the children of Mod... But I have to thank you too, Savannah. Without your help retrieving the... But now, finally, The secret to Remoria's military might is within my grasp. The treasure of Remoria is mine! Oh, it's...
Monica? Oh, we were seconds too late.
Escoffier?
Oh, Savelli's final act! He wanted to conceal the secret of the treasure forevermore, and... So he came here after his friend's death and destroyed...
This can't be happening! All that for an empty...
Monica, don't do anything stupid!
Oh, shut your pie hole!
Praise be to Lord, you barbarian.
She's a nutcase! A liability to herself and everyone else! Well, now it's up to us to clean up the mess she's made! Take these golems out!
A little amuse-bouche!
Not now.
Defensive mode engaged.
You're in my sights.
Why is this place still shaking? Either way, it's all enough chit-chat. Let's get out of here, Trev!
Okay, I'm coming!
Oh, no you don't. If I can't get what I want, I've got nothing to show for my life's work so far. But if I can take another so-called genius down with me in my final moment, then it was all worth it.
You're a psycho!
When did you...
I may be a lousy chef, but it looks like I'm not a complete waste of space.
Traveler?
Escoffier! Savannah!
Traveler!
Venejem! What are you...
What did you expect us to do? Stay at the restaurant and sit...
We had to do something. Even though that something ended...
I don't deserve any of you. It was my fault Escoffier had to leave. Then I couldn't live up to her standards. Come back, Escoffier.
Okay, so everything I said to you the day I left?
Huh? Sorry, I was kinda in my own head at the time.
Forget it. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I didn't leave this job because of you. If you were that bad, why would all your staff show up here for you?
Escoffier's right. Sure, you nitpick our work and get us to do things over a lot. But when it comes down...
Things were pretty rough after Escoffier left. And Savannah's the only reason we've been able to make it through.
Our customers know that Escoffier doesn't work for us anymore. But the fact is, at the end of the day, we're all human, and we all make mistakes.
No, I get what you're saying, but...
Well, about that, there's someone else...
It's been a while, Chef Savannah.
Firmal? I'm so sorry, I put far too much pressure on you. And the way... But... I'm too late, aren't I?
Actually, I think I'm going to be...
Huh?
We thought Firmin's problem was purely psychological in nature. But after the threat letter came to light, and as it turns out, she...
No way! Doesn't that...
It can. High doses pose a risk of serious nervous and sensory complications. But a small dose might simply make a person more emotional.
No wonder it seemed...
I asked my friends at the Fontaine Research Institute about it. They said that with the low dose I was taking, the risks are pretty... Well, that's what happens when...
There's... more.
You mean...
Oh, so that's why Savannah's been...
Let's not be too quick to blame everything on the Lumiline. That stuff can only amplify what's already there. So tasty food will... So you better make sure you reflect on your behavior and
I will. I'm sorry. There's still one question that's really bugging me. Is it just... I mean...
It's because the heating element in your oven is broke.
What?
Huh?
I felt like something was off during the cooking contest. Once I got around to checking all the equipment, I noticed it right away. There was a all the ovens in the whole kitchen had the same problem, which confused me at the time, but by this point, I would have figured it out the day of the bake-off, since the issue affected both our teams. But of course,
No. I spent so long trying to find out where I was going wrong. It all comes back to...
Oh, cut it out! Stop the woe is me act for a sec. Do you know how long I spent perfecting my gâteau de bois? 3 years! 3 whole years! I know this dish inside out, back... And you've been head chef now for what, 6 months? If that? A couple hundred failed attempts, and you're gonna throw in the kitchen You clearly have no idea how many kitchen failures I've had under my belt. Or just how long it took me to find... Genius or not, everyone makes... You're only a lousy chef if you don't face up to your mistakes, learn from them, and then keep chipping away until... Surely you haven't forgotten all that. You were no lousy chef back...
That's...
Haha! Sounds like we won't...
What a perfect ending to a...
So you got your mojo back now?
Yeah. Thanks to you, Esca...
Friends again! So nice to see them finally settle...
Good. So now that's out of the way. It's time for payback. You cheated in our last bake-off, and I demand a rematch right now.
But that was mostly Monica.
Right. And also, does it have to be right now? Savannah?
No excuses. This is a cooking so grab your spatula and get ready, because this rematch is happening today. Right now. This...
Hey! So, this whole time...
The second cooking contest commences now!
This time, no more games, and no holding back!
I feel like I don't have the right to be here.
Hey, what are you so afraid of? You can't unbake it now. And if you don't serve it, then good or bad, you'll never find out how to improve. If you're too scared to fail, you'll never know what real success tastes like.
Embrace your failure. Taste it. Digest it. That's the way to success.
I don't know. Sounds like it's easier said than done.
I'll do it.
The results are in! A landslide victory for Escoffier!
Quite rightly, too.
Oh yeah, look at that! Savannah looks pretty chipper too, considering she...
Now, where were we? I thought Navia would have filled you in. And actually, I said all this to Savannah. I had 2 reasons for leaving. One was the food safety incident, of course, but the other was that the Hotel de Boer had reached, so I decided to step down and look for new opportunities.
Improve
Well, a while back, I got to know a fellow chef from Liyue, and in her, she has that same adventurous spirit that Modeste and Sibeli had in their youth. Slime mucus. There's a whole world of new flavors out there waiting to be explored, hiding away in ingredients we overlook. Case in point, remember those Romaritime flowers down in the ruins? I used them in the cooking contest.
What? Paimon didn't notice...
Half of the art of cooking is dissecting the recipes of previous chefs. And the other half, it lies in freeing yourself from the
Uh-oh. Paimon's suddenly not sure she wants to try your cooking anymore.
Don't worry, it's not going to be a free-for-all like in Modeste's time. Before I put anything into my in the meantime, take this. It's a recipe for Petit Gâteau de Boer, revised version. I tweaked it to suit your needs.
All right!
Oh, of course. I've already promised Vanishem that I'll come back every once in a while to...
You know, Paimon's still a little Surely Monica wouldn't have gotten drawn in so deeply if it wasn't for all the She practically dedicated her life to finding the lost...
Since you mentioned the treasure, between Modeste's writings and what we saw in those ruins, I think the so-called treasure of Remoria was most likely a substance that the Remorians extracted from...
Huh? So then, why all the hype back in the...
Don't forget, it was a very different era. We could barely even refine sugar back then. So desserts were very much in their infancy. In a world of bland food, it's no wonder that the first thing to really excite people's taste buds took the... And as for the Lumeline, it may well have been somewhat valuable in ancient times. But these days, it's just... Even if Sibeli hadn't destroyed it all, I doubt it would be worth that...
So after all that, there was nothing. Feels strange to say it, but Paimon almost feels sorry for Monica. She sacrificed it all only to get nothing in return.
Hey! Huh? You just got back from that underwater ruin, right? Well, did you see anything like this down there? Freshly unearthed from the... Experts say it has immense artistic and historical value.
Wait! Isn't that the jar they used?
If only it was still in one piece.